Aethora means a magical world or a whimsical world. This new model, L3 Aethora 15 billion version 2, seems magical too when it comes to story writing. In this video, we are going to install this model locally and then we will test it out on creative story writing. So far, this month, I have found out this model to be one of the best when it comes to creative long story writing. Before that, let's have a quick look as what exactly this model is. L3 stands for Llama 3 in this case, and L3 Ethora 15 billion version 2 is an advanced language model built upon the Llama 3 architecture. It employs state-of-the-art training techniques and a curated dataset to deliver enhanced performance across a wide range of tasks. This model has been built with a modified DUS. DUS stands for Depth Upscale. Depth Upscale model is used by using pass-through to create a 15 billion model with specific adjustments or zeroing to a OPROJ and downproj layers, enhancing its efficiency and reducing perplexity. This model has been trained for 17.5 hours on a 4A100 GPUs. It uses behind the scene the same Etherlite version 1.8 dataset with large 125K high quality samples, and these creators have been using these datasets for other models too. It focuses on creative writing and storytelling with robust general intelligence. There are few areas which make this L3 Ethera quite unique. Before I tell you about its uniqueness, and we will also test it out on our installation, is to give a huge shout out to Mass Compute who are sponsoring the VM and the GPU which I'm using for this video. The GPU which I'm using for this video is NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you are looking to rent a GPU on affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video description. Plus, I'm going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs, so do check them out, please. So, what makes this L3 Ethera unique? First and foremost, the creators have really pushed its capabilities in generating engaging narratives, poetry, and adapting to various writing styles, roleplay, and genres. They have focused on creative tasks, but this model still can handle scientific discussions, problem solving, and educational content creation like a champion. This has been trained on the full sequence length of 8K tokens and it maintains coherent conversation over extended interactions. And that is one of the unique features because early on, most of the models are able to carry on the conversation, but as the time passes and you go deep into your conversation, models start hallucinating, but not this one. A lot of work has also been put into Etherlite dataset. It combines creative writing, instructional content, and specialized knowledge from various high quality sources, all brought together by a custom data pipeline. Also, it is all open source. Okay, enough talk. Let's go to my local LM Studio where we will install it and then we will test it out. The tool which I am going to use is LM Studio and I have covered it in a lot of details on my channel, so please check it out. Launch LM Studio. On the home page, just type Aethora and you will see that a lot of people have done quantization. Make sure that you are downloading the version 2 because that is the newest one. I already have downloaded the best quant available, which is Q8, and here is the file. Let me quickly show you the file. It is just close to 16 gig and I have already loaded the model here. Also, what I have done is I have set the temperature to 0.95 to make it as creative as possible and the value of min or minimum probability to control the output and make it more diverse is 0.08. I have also set the preset to Llama 3 v2. Okay. model is loaded, all the layers are offloaded to GPU. Let's give it a prompt. So I'm just giving it a story writing prompt, and I could also tell it that write the story on the following. So I'm just going to say write a story on the following, and then I'm giving it a title. And there is a prompt that a young woman named Sophie discovers a cache of old love letters in her recently deceased grandmother's attic. As she reads through them, she becomes obsessed with finding the intended recipient who was lost to her grandmother decades ago. Starting point: Sophie tracks down the recipient's last known address and writes a letter of her own, hoping to reconnect the lost lover. But as she waits for a response, she begins to uncover family secrets that change everything she thought she knew about her grandmother's past. And then the theme is love, family, identity, and connection, and genre is romance and mystery. So let's see what model does here. And model has started weaving a very finely written story. So let's wait for model to finish and then we will review the output. The model has produced the output, and I am sure when you would read through the output, you would agree with me that this has been written not by a model but with an effortless grace from a masterful writer who has shown a sublime use of language that is at once lucid, concise, and engaging. Let's have a quick look at that. So you see, it is starting a very fine way, creating the whole context. Sophie stood at the top of the creaky attic stairs, hesitating before making her way up. It had been 2 weeks since her grandmother passed away, and the funeral was barely a memory for most of the family. But Sophie couldn't seem to let go of the grief that gripped her chest. Her grandmother Agatha was more than just a relative to Sophie. She was a mentor, a confidant, a mother figure who had filled the void. And then take a taking a deep breath, Sophie climbed up the stair, each step feeling heavier with anticipation. She had spent hours going through Agatha's things, but there were still so many unopened boxes. And then the box was a shoe box. Sophie's eyes widened as realization dawned on her. There weren't just any love letters, these were the lost love letters of her grandmother and some unknown man named George. And then Sophie took her time writing the letter. Nothing happened. Sophie spent countless nights scrolling through online directories trying to find any information about George's current life. One day, uh, sorry, one day, as Sophie sat on the computer, she stumbled upon something that made her blood run cold. George had died many years ago in an old age home, and his wife was still alive but never married. How good is that? The turn of the story, I mean. And then she sent her the messages. Two of them then met and then talked for hours. And look at the story. And at the end, as Sophie got up and walked out the bright sunlight outside, she felt lighter than she had in weeks, carrying on her bag all the love letters from her grandmother's past and a new story that was just beginning to unfold. So you can see this is simply out of this world. Okay. Also, quickly, let's check poetry. So I'm just going to ask it write a poem in the style of Homer. Poem should be just 10 lines. Let's see if he knows or it knows Homer or not. There you go. So if I scroll up, it says, Muses sing of love so true and letters lost for centuries or two. In attic high, twas was found by chance, a treasure trove from distance. So very nice. So it has just carried on with the previous context and written a Homeric poem on that one. Amazing stuff. So let me see. Write me a joke from old English 12th century setting. So it has still so I so it would just keep the previous context and then it will maintain it, and that is what I wanted to show you. If you want to sorry, if you want to reset it, you just have to reload the model and delete the chat, and it will restart. So all in all, as you can see, amazing model, great quality. Let me know what do you think about it. I will drop the link to model's card in video's description. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.